I'm just kidding. I would never. Meeting to order. Move to roll call. All right, hello everyone, and welcome to our transition ceremony. This is an annual tradition that we have started last year of having it in this room, and it is a very symbolic moment of the end of the 2023 Student Senate term and the commencement of the 2024-2025 Student Senate term. This year, we are privileged to have members of the Class Council Executive Boards with us, and props to the new administration for setting all that up, so we'll get right into it. So starting with a couple of announcements. So this meeting is being broadcasted as per usual through YouTube. If you are to make any lengthy statements, say during senators' comments or anything, please request one of the microphones. There's one up here and there's one back there, but only request it if you're going to make a longer statement. If it's going to be a brief comment, you don't need it, but it's just so our listeners through the live stream can hear. So for the placards, if you are a current senator of the 2023-2024 term, please hold up, or you can make your placards face forward, stand out. And then once the term adjourns, I will ask the current senators to put down their placards. And then when the new senators are sworn in, you can bring yours up. But so again, if you're a current senator, have your placard facing forward. And then for the new senators, when you are sworn in, you will bring out your placards. A couple of things. So there are technically two meetings in the session. So we have the end of this term's meeting where we will adjourn the term, and then we'll have the start of the next term. You are welcome to stay for both parts of it. Although if you are a member of the 2023-2024 term, you're more than welcome to leave at the end of it. But it's usually pretty customary to stay to the end as a sign of gratitude. One last thing. So today we will be voting on a rollover report, which we discussed last week. And the rollover report is, it's the minutes format from the meeting we talked about last week. I did format a university report, which I do have a handful of these scattered around the room. There's one on that side. There's some for the guests. Feel free to look through it. Once the rollover report is approved, this will also subsequently be approved with that because the contents are all the same. And then this will be distributed to the university. So feel free to look at this, and it is posted in the Kodiak. All right, without any further ado, we will get right into it. So motion to accept the rollover report.
Second.
Are there any additions, deletions, or revisions to this rollover report? So again, this is everything that we talked about in the last meeting, and everything that you submitted is in there. And it's everything in here, just formatted. All right, one last call for revisions, deletions, or... All right, hearing none, we'll move to a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion passed. The rollover report has been accepted. All right, now, as it is the last meeting of our term, we are going to get into some of our larger awards. So starting off with Senator of the Month for the month of March, and I will pass it off to Vice President Riley.
Yes. So we have a lot of awards, so I'm going to keep this nice and short and sweet, but I would love to present the Senator of the Month for the month of March to Senator Kaylee Powers. For our Rookie of the Semester award, I'm happy to present this to Senator Jess Cloutier. For Senator of the Spring Semester, I am happy to award this to Senator Emmy Burns. And the last award, Senator of the Term, this is a big one. I'm happy to present this award to Senator Blanca Amaya.
All right, congratulations again to all of our award recipients. A couple of shout outs here. So Senator of the Term is our largest award for Student Senate, and I want to really give kudos to Senator Blanca Amaya for all of her hard work in this role. You've gone above and beyond with the commuter town halls, and then even co-signing that email going out and helping navigate those conversations. You really embody what it means to be a student senator, and props to you for all of that. So congratulations to all of our award recipients. All right, now we are going to get into our farewell statements from the executive board, starting with our academic secretary.
Wait, it works. Okay. Thank you, Sean. Fellow students, faculty, administration, and distinguished guests, as my term as academic secretary comes to a close, I stand before you to reflect upon our journey together and to express my deepest gratitude for the opportunity to serve in this capacity. It has been an honor and a privilege to represent the undergraduate student body and to work alongside esteemed colleagues and administrators in advancing our academic interests. When I assumed the role of academic secretary, my aim was to foster strong relationships and to establish a precedent for effective communication and collaboration across various offices and departments. I am proud to report that we have made significant strides in achieving this goal. Through diligent effort and dedication, I have cultivated firm relationships with key stakeholders such as the Office of the Provost, the Registrar's Office, the Library, the Office of Information Technology, among others. Moreover, we've had the opportunity to connect with esteemed deans, including Dean Davis of the College of Arts and Sciences and Dean Shiragi of the College of Engineering, further enhancing our collective vision for academic excellence. Collaboration has been at the heart of our endeavors, as evidenced by our partnership with committees such as the Campus Relations Committee and the Finance Committee, as well as our engagement with representatives from various colleges. Together, we have worked tirelessly to advise and support initiatives such as the proposed library renovations, which hold immense potential to enrich the student experience in the future. As I reflect on our accomplishments, I am mindful of the work that remains unfinished. There are ongoing projects and proposals that hold great promise for the future of our university, including efforts to secure funding for the library enhancements and to collaborate with the General University Requirements Committee in shaping the academic future for generations to come. I urge my successor to carry forward these initiatives with the same zeal and commitment that has characterized our tenure. Looking ahead, I am confident in the continued value and necessity of this role within the undergraduate student senate. I believe by fostering collaboration and advocating for the student interests, this role serves as a vital conduit between the student body and administration, enriching the academic experience for all involved. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to the newly elected senators and incoming President Barrett Miller and Vice President Kaufman. Your dedication to serving the student body is commendable, and I have no doubt that under your leadership, our university will continue to thrive and evolve. I am grateful for the support and encouragement I have received throughout my tenure from fellow senators, administrators, and especially from my dear friend, President Sean Alvord, whose vision and leadership has paved the way for meaningful change within our university community. In closing, I extend my heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you for your dedication, your passion, and your unwavering commitment to excellence. It has been an incredible journey, and I'm so proud to be part of it. Thank you so much.
Next, we have the farewell statement from the Finance Committee chairperson.
Thank you, President Alvord. I'd just like to share some sentiments of mine that I recorded in my rollover report. It's honestly bittersweet to believe that my first term as Treasurer and Finance Committee Chair has already come to an end. It honestly feels like it was just yesterday that I was being sworn in and embarking on an exciting and life-changing journey where I honestly wasn't quite sure what lied ahead or what I would accomplish by the end of my term. Now that I have sadly reached the end of this term, I reflect heavily on this year-long endeavor, and I can confidently say that I have accomplished much more than I ever could have imagined possible, as well as with this administration's help, and I have grown tremendously in this role, both personally and professionally. I've learned skills and built relationships that I am beyond thankful for and will forever cherish long after my time on Student Senate and as a student at Western New England University. I would like to take this opportunity to specially thank my fellow senators, students, finance committee members, executive board members, and administrators. The relationship that we have all built over this past year and fostered has allowed us to accomplish much more than I ever could have dreamed possible. I would also like to take this opportunity to personally thank my predecessor and friend, President Sean Alvord. For those of you who don't know, President Alvord was actually my peer advisor my freshman year, and I can confidently say that ever since I became a student at Western New England and stepped foot on this campus, he has been nothing short of a tremendous role model and someone that I dearly look up to and aspire to be like. President Alvord saw potential in me and encouraged me to get involved and make the most of my time as a student at Western New England, specifically with Student Senate, serving my first term as a College of Business representative, and now serving my second term as the Treasurer and Finance Committee Chair, as well as with peer advising. I wish President Alvord nothing but the best after this term and his graduation, and Student Senate and Western New England University alike will miss him tremendously. Again, I would also just like to give special thanks to all of these senators. I am extremely proud and thankful for all of the hard work that all of you have put in this term. Again, when you look back on the accomplishments that we've all achieved this semester, it's really remarkable, and I commend all of you for your hard work. And to the next administration, I wish you nothing but the best. I'm very excited to see what future President Lydia Barrett Miller and Vice President Cam Kaufman have in store, as well as all of the new senators. Thank you.
Next up, we have the Legislative Committee Chairperson.
Hello, everyone. You all will hear a lot more from me in a few short moments, so I will keep this brief. I want to start, I'm going to go a little bit off script here, so Michaela, please don't kill me. I want to start by thanking my brother because I didn't know if he would be here today, but since you are here, I want you to hear this from me. Last year, when I was considering running for Senate, I remember coming home and talking to you as my best friend since I was born, and you giving me the inspiration to just shoot for it, go for it, and will always be grateful because I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for you. So thank you. I want to thank the Legislative Committee for your hard work and dedication to the clubs and organizations on this campus. I want to thank all of you senators for a great term. Your work has not gone unnoticed, and I hope each of you, returning or not, will take something from your experience being on Student Senate this term, no matter where life takes you in the future. I want to thank my fellow executives, especially Sean, Pat, Steph, and Jackie. I wish you all luck as you take your next steps in life, graduate from our university, and move on to things much more important than the Senate. Thank you for the impact you have made on me. Over the next 2 years, when I think about the challenges I will face, I will think about each of you and how we face them together. And I'll save the rest of what I have to say for later. So thank you.
Next, we have the Campus Relations Committee Chairperson.
All right, I'm a little short here. Good afternoon, students, staff, and faculty. My name is Stephanie Marshall, and I have had the honor of serving on Western New England Student Senate for the last 4 years. I began my journey in the fall of 2020, being elected as a resident representative, which I continue to serve as for the following term. By the end of my sophomore year, I have been elected to the Executive Board for 2022 to the 2023 term as the Campus Relations Chair. During this term, we passed the projects of adding hammocks and Adirondack chairs, accessibility signs for the campus center, and 2 propane fire pits. I was then lucky enough to be reelected to the Executive Board for the 2023 to 2024 term by President Alvord, where we then passed a budget for our new fully equipped pavilion for our clubs and organizations to use. We tackled club concerns and finished out the term with the addition of the bulletin board in the University Commons that went up today for our clubs to advertise on. I would not have been able to see through these projects without my past and current committee and our supportive senators. I want to thank everyone for their continued support over the years and our school for providing a place for discussion and for students to grow as leaders. I can happily say that Student Senate has been one of my greatest achievements, and it has made such a positive impact on my college career. With that being said, I am so sad to be finished with this part of my life. I wish the best of luck to the new administration and senators, as I know they are left in great hands. Thank you.
committee chairperson.
All right, so good afternoon, everyone. As many of you know, I'm the Public Relations Chair to Student Senate. I was promoted to Public Relations Chair in my freshman year and remained in this position throughout. I have been here for 2 terms, and once upon a time, I was a shy commuter representative who quickly grew to love marketing and promoting events I helped in and/or hosted. I have helped develop a new tradition on this campus community throughout these 2 terms. This tradition is the Thanksgiving food drive. All the Student Senate events have since been elevated and built stronger connections with public safety and the campus community as a whole since I have been in this position. The Thanksgiving food drive is an event that I had asked public safety if they were interested in participating in, since we have made it an annual event. All the food has been donated to the local open pantry for Springfield and the Mayflower Marathon Foundation. Additionally, the Stuff a Cruiser event is another event that has been elevated during my time of promoting and planning and executing for the event. When I first came to Western New England, the Stuff a Cruiser event was quite small, and there were only a handful of toys that were ever donated to the Shriners Children's Hospital. In my first term, there was 1 trunk of a cruiser that got filled and we donated. But now this last term, when we hosted this event, we had 2 cruisers full of toys and then filled the back of the new public safety police truck. So all these toys were then donated and given to all these children when we went to the hospital. And I just want to thank everyone for giving me this opportunity to be able to help the events and host them, as well as help the community. And I wish you all the best on your next adventures.
Next up, we have our secretary.
Hi, everybody. My name is Michaela Souza, and I am currently the secretary. I don't do very much public speaking, so bear with me on this one. I wanted to start off by saying how amazed I am with all the hard work that everyone has put in this past term. You're all so amazing at what you do, and it's so cool getting to see like everything, like as it's going down, like writing everything. I love this perspective of it. And I also wanted to give a really big thank you to Sean for having the faith in me to let me continue this role this past term, and for always being there for me, not only as just like someone I work with, but also as a friend. I don't think I would have been able to do it this past term if you weren't encouraging me and giving me advice and all that. So thank you very much. I also wanted to thank the rest of the executive board for being such an amazing group to work with. Even when things got hard, we're always there. Like everyone wanted to go the extra mile to get things done. And I've just never seen a group of people so ready to put in the hard work and so passionate. So that's also been a really good experience. Last but not least, I wanted to say thank you to the senators, because none of the work that's done on Senate would have been able to be done without you guys. Secretary isn't an easy role. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication. And the work we're doing is so valuable and special to me that it makes me want to do the role, and it makes it easier because all the hard work you guys put in makes it easier for me to write my stuff, because you guys are always submitting your reports and doing such detailed things that you guys just make this enjoyable. Being on Senate is something that's truly very special to me and been a huge part of my time here at WNE since my freshman year. And I'm just really lucky that this experience included so many of you in it. Thank you again to like everyone who supported me in Senate and all of our ideas, and I can't wait to see what's in store for the next term.
All right, now from our Campus Activities Board chairperson.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jackie Stichter, and I served as the Campus Activities Board chairperson. It was an honor to work with all of you and experience firsthand how powerful Student Senate is. I want to thank everyone for their dedication and passion throughout this year. You have all accomplished so much and have left a lasting impact on our community. On behalf of CAB, I want to thank you all for your support and guidance. Continuing forward, I know the dynamic between CAB and Senate will evolve, but I encourage the maintenance of a strong relationship between our organizations. Together, we've made significant strides in enhancing the student experience, particularly within student clubs and organizations. WNE has prided themselves on its co-curricular activities, but has faced many challenges in the recent years. Nonetheless, we were persistent and spoke out that things could not stay the same. Let's continue advocating for positive change, amplifying our voices to ensure we will be heard. I look forward to seeing what's to come. Keep leading and advocating, and never forget the impact you could make. Thank you all, and I wish you all the best of luck on your future endeavors. Thank you.
All right, we are almost done with the speeches. Now we're moving into our farewell addresses, starting with the Vice President.
To the retiring and newly elected members of Student Senate, members of the university administration, class councils, esteemed faculty, staff, and my fellow students. I have been very fortunate to serve as your vice president for a majority of the 2023-2024 term. I had never thought that I would be able to have the opportunity to serve in this role, and I thank President Alvord especially for this opportunity. So it is very, very bittersweet for this moment to end so soon. But all good things must come and go, and I believe my contributions have helped put this institution on track for success in the future along with President Alvord. When I first joined Student Senate, I thought that I would be, frankly, a lost voice in such a large and passionate crowd. But looking back on that experience, I am truly astonished by the growth that I've made and the fact that I am confidently being able to speak with you right now and not cower in fear, and continue to do so throughout these meetings and hopefully in the future. There is a clear sense of dedication in this group, and I am so amazed at all of the hard work that every one of you, from the executive board to the senators, has done. And so I simply thank you. Your ideas and desire to make change happen are truly visionary. And as much as you may have and may continue to have bad days or feel that you may lose hope or maybe aren't heard, always remember that you have more power than you think and can always strive for more to better this campus community. During this term, a lot of major changes have occurred that have been historic, and the Senate has had some, for lack of a better word, soul searching to do about its future. We have had some tough conversations and disagreements have arisen. The gravity of these decisions and these changes are going to affect the operations of Student Senate in the future. From the passage of a new constitution to the formation of the Rivers Relocation Project Committee, we have been at the forefront of discovering possibilities for the future of this institution. I'm extremely pleased with both of these talented groups who are actively working to preserve what made WNE great as changes are currently being made. It is their institutional knowledge that is to be respected and valued for all that it is and so much more. And it has been wonderful making connections with these student leaders in the process as well. Outreach has been a particular passion of mine as vice president, which is why we see major changes such as live streamed meetings, our Linktree webpage containing our Senate Constitution, and an increased desire by many student leaders to feel more comfortable utilizing this platform, as well as you all, to be inspiring and speak out when things have not always gone as well. And also, the being a frequent presence at open houses has been integral to inspiring a new generation of leaders for incoming students who can take this experience and become a true advocate for their constituency. You are all well on your way to doing this, and I'm so excited for the new senators who are about to be doing this as well. It is apparent that a lot of our campus community may not have an understanding of what we do and why we do it. And I continue to encourage you all to educate your constituents and get them involved with our student politics. As you know, we are very apolitical, and we should try and encourage our constituents to be more active and come to meetings as well. I will leave you all with some advice and a reminder. Put simply, my advice is that always know that you will bring something to this table and that you have an opinion and perspective that is valued. Do not be afraid to speak your mind. It is my hope that the incoming administration, which I know they will continue to make discussion, deliberation, and debate an integral part of the Student Senate experience. and that you take this time to be vocal and grow in your own leadership skills and abilities. Not only will this build up Student Senate's reputation, but it will also teach you things about yourself that you may not have realized should you not have decided to run in the first place. Know your worth always, no matter what anyone says. I will say this again. Know your worth, no matter what anyone says, and what you bring to this table. People would disagree with you, and this is okay. Disagreement is natural, but this is how we make common ground. But make sure you never hold back and be firm in your convictions, but always be gracious and passionate in your delivery. Always do good things with good intentions. You do not represent yourself, but rather people who may feel that they are never heard in their constituency. Reach out and continue to make them feel seen and heard. My reminder comes from a former Student Senate president who has been very integral in my leadership specifically. Former President Angelina White very much empowered me to use my voice and advocate and make issues known, and has always been supportive. There is one thing that she did say in the speech that I want to tell you all and for you to keep close to your heart for returning senators, for newly elected senators, as you begin and continue on your journeys. If there's one thing that you can take from this experience, know that you will be a completely different person after your journey ends. The best part of yourself will be reinforced. Regardless of how college or Student Senate affects you, know that what you do to grow will not have only a direct effect on the W&E community, but also on your confidence to strive for more. As President Kennedy once said, change is the law of life. It is the only constant. Be a part of this change. Do not sit by and watch from afar. The work of Student Senate is never done. And so I encourage you all to come on this ride and always strive for more. I wish the new administration well in all their future endeavors, and I thank them for taking on this important work. Thank you all.
Wow, how a year goes by fast. Senators, members of administration, faculty, staff, and students. It is bittersweet that this is my last time addressing you all as president of the Western New England University Student Senate. It is bitter that I'm stepping down from a position that I love so dearly and what has been one of the best experiences of my life. However, it is sweet that I have the high honor to swear in our future Student Senate President, President-elect Brett Miller. I rest assured knowing that Student Senate lies in great hands and this organization has a truly bright future ahead of it. Just a short year ago, I stood in front of all of you as an eager and enthusiastic, newly sworn-in Student Senate President, sharing with you my goals for the organization and the term. In my inaugural speech, I promised to increase communication throughout this campus, improve the relationship between the student body and administration, navigate clubs and organizations through the student involvement vacancy problem, and build this organization to be efficient, effective, and productive. With a heart full of gratitude, I can proudly say that Student Senate has achieved all of these goals. We passed historic legislation establishing the Secretary of Academics position, improving our communication with the Division of Academic Affairs. Hardly any academic concerns went unaddressed under Secretary Elizabeth Heaney. This student government used to fail the WNE students in our focus in addressing of academic concerns. And with pride, I say not anymore. I want to thank Academic Secretary Elizabeth Heaney for all of her work in defining this new position. She was the perfect person for this role and fulfilled the duties and responsibilities with distinction. She has made history as the first ever Secretary of Academics, and it has been a privilege working with her. At each meeting, we would have staff members and members of administration as part of our dialogue. So when concerns came up, we addressed them expeditiously. I am proud that throughout the term, we as a student government worked with key decision makers in this institution to solve problems and improve the student experience. Let this inspire future Student Senate terms to follow this model. Never discount the power of calling a meeting and discussing the problem. When I say this was a historic term, I mean it. You all fulfilled your duties and responsibilities with a degree of excellence never seen before by a student senate. You have set the bar so high for your successors. Together, we changed the structure of this student senate when we passed the new student senate constitution. Our old constitution was ratified in 2001 and was completely outdated, messy, and unrepresentative of how we function. I want to thank the members of the Constitution Revision Committee for working tirelessly to draft and propose this new constitution. Not only is a new student senate term about to commence, but so is the governance under a new constitution. I now want to express my deepest gratitude to all of you, the senators of the 2023-2024 term. The only reason we had the success we did was because of all of you. You should all be tremendously proud of how well each and every one of you has advocated for your constituency. At times, you may feel that you are putting in all this work and wondering if anyone notices. I promise you, people notice. Members of this community frequently come to me to express how impressed they are with the great work you all do. This role of being a student senator is not easy. You endure great pressure and heavy work expectations, yet you all do your jobs with excellence. I have more faith in some of you than I do our current elected officials. I am so proud of each and every one of you, and I could not have asked for a better group of student senators. The term achievement and victories of this term are not mine alone. They're not the executive board's, they're yours. These victories and achievements are ours. I could not have carried out the duties and responsibilities of this position without the help of my executive board. I frequently tell them that I forget this executive board is a group of students and not full-time professionals. Each executive board member has exceeded the basic requirements of their role and then some, putting in extra effort to improve this organization and the student experience. I want to thank Chairperson Jacqueline Stichter for all of her work overseeing the Campus Activities Board. Having constant campus activities to help students socialize is an important aspect of any university committee. I thank Chairperson Stichter for all of her hard work in planning campus events. A student government cannot function without a clear record of our discussions, and Secretary Souza has done an excellent job in keeping minutes. In the past, Student Senate has always struggled to find a secretary until Secretary Michaela Souza came along. Secretary Souza set the bar so high for this position that I don't think her talent can ever be matched. We as a student body are indebted to the great many projects accomplished by Campus Relations Chairperson Stephanie Marcil, ranging from the Adirondack chairs on Deliso Lawn to the fire pits to the recently installed gazebo on Commonwealth Lawn. Chairperson Marcil made it her goal to improve communal areas on this campus, and that she did. It is my hope that in the future, when people look at these projects, they remember the brilliant chairperson behind them. The most challenging student leadership position on this university is the role of finance chairperson. And I say that from experience. I have 2 years under my belt. It takes a truly dedicated, prudent, hardworking, and thick-skinned individual to successfully fulfill this role. Similar to the secretary, Student Senate has had a history of struggling to fill this position. However, I am fortunate to have the honor of having the best finance chairperson this university has ever seen serving on my executive board. The work he has done in this role will be remembered for years to come. The key to a successful presidency is having the right person by your side as vice president. And it has been my honor to have Vice President Patrick Riley as my vice president. For those of you who don't know, I started this term with Vice President Jordan Harris, but she unfortunately did leave the university over the summer. So current Vice President Patrick Riley stepped up to the role and has done an amazing job in this position. Vice President Riley is one of the most hardworking individuals I have ever met at this university. It's an anomaly how he balances all of his responsibilities with such excellence. Vice President Riley will go down in WNE history as the person who spearheaded the drafting and approval of the new Student Senate Constitution. Now, enough with the past and on with the future. I cannot express enough my excitement for the Barrett Miller-Kaufman administration. Vice President-elect Kaufman is about to redefine the role of vice president, perfecting the operations of this Student Senate. This term hasn't even begun yet, and he's already hard at work, and he has the rules package already drafted. Vice President-elect Kaufman has one of the most brilliant legal minds I've ever seen. He was a brilliant legislative chair and will be an even greater vice president. I have had the privilege of serving on the executive board with President-elect Barrett Miller for 2 years now. Like myself, she is beginning her term with years of experience as a senator and an executive board member under her belt. Under President-elect Barrett Miller's leadership, this organization is going to grow into something greater yet. Anything she does is executed with the highest quality of perfection. She was born to be a leader. President-elect Barrett Miller has always been one of those dependable, level-headed, prudent, and thoughtful individuals I could go to ask advice for heavy Senate topics. There is no person I would be happier to pass the gavel off to than President-elect Barrett Miller. Before I go, I want to thank all the staff members who attended each Student Senate meeting. Your presence in these meetings has not only been symbolic, but has allowed us to be more effective at addressing student grievances and completing projects. I would also like to thank our advisors, Director of Student Involvement, Bridget Grimm, and Vice President of Student Affairs, Christine Goodwin. Thank you for always listening to us and asking when this student government asked. Many of the great successes of this term were results of conversations with you both. It has been a privilege to work with you both. You both are an asset to this Student Senate. My time has come to step down and pass the torch. It has been an honor to serve in this role. As I mentioned in my inaugural speech, this university has a very bright future ahead of it, and we are privileged to be students at this great institution. I want to thank the students of this university for putting your faith in me and allowing me to serve as your Student Senate President. Thank you. All right, on with business. We'll now get into senators' comments. I open the floor to any senators' comments, if there are any. Yes, Vice President.
So I had gotten an email from Connor Bogle, who is on the executive board of Baja, and they have been working hard, as we all know, to create a new car to be entered into competitions. And they have graciously invited Student Senate to its reveal party on Tuesday, April 9th from 12:30 to 2:30. I know for newly elected senators and returning senators that is during Student Senate, but he emphasized that it is till 2:30, so there is still plenty of time to celebrate with the team that has been working hard on building the car. And I think it would be great if you all would take some time to support this amazing group. But again, April 9th from 12:30 to 2:30.
All right, thank you. The floor remains open for any senators' comments. Yes.
I can
Just project, yeah.
Yeah, I just really wanted to say thank you. This position was such a privilege being a new position, and I couldn't be here without the help and support from everybody. You guys were such a great executive board to be brought into for this position, and just coming to every meeting was just such like a relaxing, nice feeling, and having something so important you guys bringing to life is just so insane. So I really wanted to say thank you, and it is so known and appreciated by every single one of us. I also want to just thank Christine Goodwin. You are such an important resource on this campus, and to have a genuine connection with you is so, I can't express how I feel about it. Even just to come to you about anything, it is so helpful. So thank you again to everyone, and I'm so excited to see what everyone has in the future.
Thank you. Interesting thing to note. So Senator Burns is the first ever athletic senator. This was a new position as of last term, I believe. And so herself and Senator Walker are trailblazers in being the first athletic representatives in this position. All right, the floor remains open for any senators' comments. All right, hearing none, we will now move into visitors' comments. Are there any visitors' comments? Yes.
I promise taking the mic doesn't mean I will go long, but I can't not say this. Sean, you finished so you said goodbye just the way that reflects you and the entire group of the exec board and the rest of the Senate. And that is with great humility, Never has there been a moment in working with any of you that I've thought this was about you. It has always been about the betterment of this institution and students. And I don't say that lightly because it is not typical anywhere. Oftentimes people's egos get involved, or we start feeling good about what we've done, or we start being in arguments with people and we think that that's bad, right? But Patrick, no, it's not. It's beautiful. And it's only in a group that is this trustworthy, this humble, and this honest about your work. I've been in this field for 37 years, and I can tell you this is the best student senate I have ever worked with, and I've never said that before. So I just want to thank you for your leadership in particular, and I hope you'll all join me with what Stephanie started, which is a standing ovation, not only for Sean, but for the entire executive board of this year's 23-24. Thank you.
Thank you. The floor remains open for any last visitors' comments. All right, hearing none, we will now move to the adjournment of the 2023-2024 vote. We will now move into a roll call vote to adjourn the term. Typical roll vote, so yes or no, abstain or pass. Sorry, I realized I didn't explain this. This is kind of weird to vote to adjourn, but yeah, roll call vote, yes, no, pass, abstain, the same way we always do to adjourn the term. Yes. 11 for 12, 1, 0. With 12 yes votes, 1 no vote, and 0 abstentions, I call the 2023-2024 term adjourned. I will now swear in the president of the 2024-2025 term. Hold this. Please pass this to the secretary. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state name.
I, Lydia Barrett Miller,
Do solemnly swear that I will,
do solemnly swear that I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
fulfill the duties and responsibilities
fulfill the duties and responsibilities
of President of the Student Senate
of President of the Student Senate,
and will,
and will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
uphold and follow
uphold and follow
the policies of the Student Senate
the policies of the Student Senate
and the Student Association Constitution.
and the Students Association Constitution.
Congratulations. It is now my honor to present the gavel to the new Student Senate President. Please bring forward the gavel. President Barrett Miller, the students of this great university have trusted you as a successor to hold this gavel. I hope you lead this Student Senate with courage and conviction. I now pass off the gavel. Congratulations, Madam President.
For the 2024-2025 term. I'm going to move to, sorry. We're going to move to swearing in the Vice President. All right, so hold up your right hand. I state name.
Camden Kaufman,
Do solemnly swear
do
that
solemnly swear
I will,
that I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
fulfill the duties and responsibilities
fulfill the duties and responsibilities
of
of
Vice President
Vice President
and will,
and will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
uphold and follow the policies
uphold and follow the policies
of Student Senate
of Student Senate
and the Student Senate Constitution.
and the Student Senate Constitution.
And we'll move to swearing in the new senators. So all the new senators, please stand up. Do I stand up? I state name. Repeat after me. Do solemnly swear that I will. To the best of my ability, fulfill the duties and responsibilities of, state your position, and will, to the best of my ability, uphold and follow the policies of Student Senate and the Student Senate Constitution. All right, now we're going to move to roll call.
Senator Amaya? Here. Senator Baker? Here. Senator Bissonnette? Here. Senator Bronson? Here. Senator Brown? Here. Senator Cloutier? Here. Senator Conlon? Here. Senator Day? Here. Senator Garcia? Here. Senator Godek? Here. Senator Goyer? Here. Senator Hastings? Here. Senator Hunt?
Present.
Senator Powers?
Present.
Senator Skorpa?
Here.
Senator Shaw?
Here.
Vice President Kaufman?
Present.
And President Barrett Miller?
Present.
All right, for new and existing business, we are going to move to the Vice Presidential Inaugural Address.
Good afternoon, administrators, faculty, staff, senators, students, and all other welcome guests. Thank you all for joining us in celebrating the transition of Student Senate terms. Standing before you all today as our university's Student Senate Vice President is truly an honor. I congratulate all senators and class officers for taking on these roles and committing to playing a significant part in our campus community. As the vice president of this great body of student leaders, I extend my support to all of you as you take on your roles and seek to accomplish great things for our shared community. Our university is a well-respected institution that builds leaders and pushes students to achieve greatness in all that they do. Fellow students, I ask you to look at the administrators, staff, faculty, and guests who came here today. They came here to support us. The community around us as students cares and wants us to succeed. I again thank all of our welcome guests for being here. Your presence has sent a powerful message to all students here today. Your support today makes me hopeful for this university's future and the future of all students who come here. Because of your support, I am certain that this generation of students will be the one that takes the next step. We will have the strength to set the bar higher with what we will achieve both during and after our studies here have been completed. We will be the future CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, inventors who create things that change the world for the better, or even the next leaders who walk the great halls of Congress in our nation's capital. As student leaders, we are very lucky. This university is transitioning before our eyes, and we have a unique opportunity to grow and transition with it simultaneously. Last term, under President Alvord's leadership, this body set the tone that it was bold and would rise to take on any challenge that came before it. Under this Senate and during this term, we will build off the foundation set before us and continue to prove daily that we will tackle any challenge. We will push the limits of what we thought possible and set new standards that will be followed for years at our university. Let today mark the start of a new era for student leadership at Western New England University. This era will highlight collaboration, excellence, and achievement in your actions and the actions of all of our community members. This new era requires a robust set of student leaders who are not afraid to set the tone for next generations of students who will undoubtedly walk similar paths to each of us here today. As I look throughout this room, I have no doubt that all of you can take on this important job because you all have taken a leap of faith. You all put yourself before our community and asked for its support in your endeavors. To become an elected student leader, contested election or not, putting your name out there to get onto a ballot takes courage. And I commend you all for that. No group of leaders is more ready or capable of taking on the challenges this Senate will face than each of you in this room right now. I encourage you all to use your voice and know that you are empowered to make a difference in this body. This governing body will play a massive role in ensuring this campus reaches its full potential. I ask you all to set the bar higher in your positions. Be innovative and creative. Let's continue to build this Senate into a governing body of excellence, achievement, and respect. I will do my best to support you all along the way. So starting today, let's accomplish great things together.
Senators, members of administration, class councils, faculty, staff, and students. It is an honor to be addressing you all as the Student Senate President for the 2024-2025 term. I have reason to believe that this would be the first Student Senate executive suite with commuters as president and vice president since Western New England University had become a residential college. As many know, I am a commuter student. Despite not living just down the road, I found my place on this campus with Student Senate being the first club I decided to run for. After that, my involvement on this campus quickly expanded. Every role I have achieved on this campus has helped me grow as an individual and helped me gain connections I never thought I would have made. Looking back, I can say I am proud of how far I have come as a person with my leadership skills, and it has given me the confidence to become Student Senate President. I have many goals and ideas for this administration. Every administration has put their best foot forward and helped the Student Senate and the student community. This administration wants to connect better with other organizations and continue strengthening the trust between administration and Student Senate. We'll be putting our tradition forward by highlighting the elected class officers, and for this, we'll be taking an oath. I appreciate all the class councils do, and I have seen many of my peers who are in class councils talk about the struggles and lack of community engagement. Last term, the class councils put out some of the most engaging events with the community. The old administration and ones to come want to demonstrate how much we appreciate all of you and all that your class has done for the Golden Bear community. Next, commuters' voices will be heard. As I have stated before, I am likely probably the furthest commuter from this school has seen, and with the radius of the 50-mile rule for commuter and residential students. All students, far and close, voices will be heard by the Student Senate, and I encourage all commuters to voice their concerns, questions, and say anything that they might need to Student Senate. Many changes for us can affect our education, whether it's parking, roadwork, weather, or just simply car problems. Many of these, if not all, will affect commuter students a lot more than a residential student during the school year. Lastly, I would like to state that I want to rename the Student Senate Award of Excellence. This award is now to be known as the Student Senate Alvord Award of Excellence. This award is to be presented to anyone from Western New England campus that has shown excellence in one or more of these following categories: leadership, impactful initiatives and projects, advocacy and representation, collaboration and cooperation, service and dedication, and impact and legacy. This esteemed accolade is named in honor of Student Senate President and Finance Committee Chairperson, Sean Alvord. I want to recognize your outstanding contributions to Western New England University's campus community. And under your leadership, the Student Senate assumed a pivotal role in campus affairs, championing proactive engagement and a culture of achievement. This award serves as a tribute to President Alvord's unwavering dedication and vision, inspiring all student leaders to uphold a standard of excellence and cultivate a legacy of success within our community.
Thank you.
And one more thing. This is probably the longest speech that I have given thus far in front of a large crowd, but I am ready for many more ahead. And I can't wait to work with every single one of you in this room in the future and see all the connections that I make and that you make as well. Thank you all for being the student leaders that you are and are starting to become. And now we're going to move to the class council oath. So can I have the members of the 2025 council stand? You're going to raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Jacqueline Brown,
Do solemnly swear that I will,
do solemnly swear that I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
fulfill the duties and responsibilities
fulfill the duties and responsibilities
of state your position,
of Class of 2025 President,
and will,
and will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
uphold and follow
uphold and follow
the policies of Western New England University
the policies of Western New England University
and the class council constitution.
and the Class Council Constitution.
Congratulations. And now members of the class of 2026, please stand. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Cameron Kaufman,
Do solemnly swear that I will,
do solemnly swear that I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
fulfill the duties and responsibilities
fulfill the duties and responsibilities
of, state your position,
of Class of 2026 Vice President,
and will,
and will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
uphold and follow
uphold and follow
the policies of Western New England University
the policies of Western New England University
and the Class Council
and
Constitution.
the Class Council Constitution.
Congratulations. And now members of the class of 2027. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will to the best of my ability fulfill the duties and responsibilities and will of your position. State your position. And to the best of my ability, uphold and follow the policies of Western New England University and the Class Council Constitution. Congratulations. Now, I motion to appoint the Finance Chair and Treasurer to Student Senate for the 2024-2025 term. I would like to appoint former Chairperson Noah Peralt to this position.
Second. Okay. So Noah has obviously played an integral role as treasurer in the last term, and we wish to see him continue his work. As he told both Lydia and I when he talked with us about continuing his job as treasurer of our Senate, there's a lot of unfinished business that needs to get done, and there is no greater person to handle that job than Noah Peralt. So, Noah, it is truly an honor to have you come back. And if the Senate were to confirm you back into this position, I cannot wait to continue working with you.
I second that statement. And I truly appreciate all the hard work that you do. I've seen on the e-board from last term, all the hard work that you do and all the things that you want to achieve. And I do know you have a statement that you'd like to say. So.
First and foremost, I would just like to thank President Brett Miller and Vice President Kaufman for this opportunity. Beyond thrilled for it, as well as for all of you for considering my appointment. If appointed, my objectives for this term include restructuring our Student Senate budget and our allocation process, which was currently underway from my last term, building and fostering an even stronger relationship with our Office of Finance and Administration, the Office of Student Life, and the Office of Student Involvement and Connections, updating and revising our club sport policy and adding even more clubs and organizations to this category. As always, just updating our general Student Senate financial policies and procedures, the updating of our annual treasurer's manual, training and educating all of our club and organization treasurers on our Student Senate financial policies, and honestly, more than I can list here. And above all else, I promise to remain diligent and steadfast in my work with students, senators, and administrators alike to advocate for the voice of every single student at Western New England University. Thank you.
Now move to roll call.
Senator Amaya? Yes. Senator Baker?
Yes.
Senator Bissonnette?
Yes.
Senator Bronson?
Yes.
Senator Brown?
Yes.
Senator Cloutier?
Yes.
Senator Conlon?
Yes.
Senator Day?
Yes.
Senator Garcia?
Yes.
Senator Godek? Senator Goyer?
Yes.
Senator Hastings?
Yes.
Senator Hunt?
Yes.
Senator Powers?
100 times yes.
Senator Scorpa?
Yes.
Senator Shaw?
Yes.
Vice President Kaufman?
Oh, 100%.
And President Barrett Miller?
Yes.
16-0-0.
And with that, the motion passes, and Noah Peralt is the new finance chair for this term. Next, I motion to appoint the secretary for the 2024-2025 term to be Michaela Souza.
So it cannot be stated enough how perfect of a job Michaela does at secretary. So throughout this term, she's always found other things to do to make it even more perfect, which astonishes me and probably astonishes a lot of you too. So again, it would be a shame not to have Michaela come back as secretary. And again, when she approached us about coming back, similar sentiments to Noah. The job is not finished. So yeah.
Additionally to that, Michaela Souza continues to find new ways and be innovative when it comes to taking the minutes and how to present them. And I know that we have a lot of projects in the works for how we're going to get minutes out to the community. And I look forward to working with her more in the future. Are there any other sentiments? Let's move to a roll call vote.
Senator Amaya?
Yes.
Senator Baker?
Yes.
Senator Bissonnette?
Yes.
Senator Bronson?
Yes.
Senator Brown?
Yes.
Senator Cloutier?
Yes.
Senator Conlon?
Yes.
Senator Day?
Yes.
Senator Garcia?
Yes.
Senator Goyer?
Yes.
Senator Hastings?
Yes.
Senator Hunt?
100% yes.
Senator Powers?
Absolutely.
Senator Scorpa?
Yes.
Senator Shaw?
Yes.
Vice President Kaufman?
1000%.
And President Barrett Miller?
Yes.
16-0-2.
And with 16 yes votes, 0 no votes, and 0 abstention, motion passes. Now we are in visitors' comments. Is there any visitors' comments? Now moving to senators' comments. I have a quick communication to say. We have executive board applications still open despite already appointing 2 people to it. So if you are interested, please check out the WNE Senate Instagram, and we have all the stuff posted in our link tree for that.
I also have an announcement. As you guys heard earlier, the rules package draft is done. If you are interested in looking over that document with me and seeing the new interesting things that the Senate can actually do with that structuring it and how we operate, please reach out to me. It will definitely be good to have another few pair of eyes look over it and make sure that it is good enough to prepare and present before this body.
And the easiest way to look at that is through Kodiak. All of the new senators, you are currently in the Student Senate Kodiak, and all of the former senators, you will be removed later tonight, unfortunately. There is still time for everyone to look over everything. Is there any other senators' comments? Emmy?
Can new senators access our rollover reports like already posted on Kodiak?
Yes, new senators can access old rollover reports and the university report that Sean has prepared for everyone. Anything else? All right, now move to adjourn today's meeting, March 26th from 2024.
Second.
Roll call vote.
Senator Amaya?
Yes.
Senator Baker?
Yes.
Senator Bissonnette?
Yes.
Senator Bronson?
Yes.
Senator Brown?
Yes.
Senator Cloutier?
Yes.
Senator Conlon?
I mean, I don't see the problem with being here a little longer. Yes.
Senator Day?
Yes.
Senator Garcia?
Yes.
Senator Godek? Senator Goyer?
Yes.
Senator Hastings?
Yes.
Senator Hunt?
Yes.
Senator Powers?
Yes.
Senator Scorpa?
Yes.
Senator Shaw? Vice President Kaufman?
Yes.
And President Barrett Miller?
Yes.
16-0-0.
With 16 yes votes, 0 no votes, and 0 abstention, motion passes. Meeting adjourned.
Thank you all for coming.
Do we want to do pictures?
Yes.
All right. If we could have the previous term, where would you like us to meet? Down at that end for pictures, and then everyone else for the new term, please stay. We're going to take another picture with everyone from the new term as well.
Who won the awards?
If you want an award, please bring your award up too.
Okay, so we'll do award pictures first, and then we'll do group pictures second. So, everyone won an award.
Yeah. I'm gonna bounce it. Yeah, we'll brush up on your Robert's rules later.
Let's fix it or something like that. Well, I was ready for like something like. All right, all senders that way for a picture.